Hi, and welcome to another segment of Ebb and Flow, where we engage in theoretical, philosophical, or theological discussion so that we might change and grow. You can catch Ebb and Flow on KUBU FM, the voice of Sacramento, where you can be you. On your radio dial, we're located at 96.5. And if you're streaming on the web, I can be seen at access, www.accesssacramento.org. And this is Traci'e D. I could say that I'm your host of the Ebb and Flow Show, but in the last segment, I shared a story of my reluctance to wear eyeglasses. I decided that if I had to wear them, I wanted them to enhance my appearance. Well, aside from wearing them for appearance sake, things also appeared. So today I can say that I'm your visual aid so that I may be applied, something I might say might be applied to your mind's eye for appearance sake. In this segment, we'll be discussing what you don't know can't hurt you, and we'll also be interjecting the law of vibrations. As you can see, I have a backdrop today. I decided to do the show outside. It's just beautiful here. And so the backdrop is of the mountains and in Lake Tahoe. So welcome aboard. We've heard that ignorance is bliss, but friends, that's far from the truth. If you don't know the rules or laws of any kingdom, you'll find yourself in constant bondage, lacking harmony, balance, and fulfillment. There are universal laws which also are referred to as spiritual laws or laws of nature and God, which govern our every aspect of the universe and our very lives as we live on this physical earth. It's important that you understand that these laws do exist and that we should choose to align ourselves and harmonize ourselves with them in an intentional way as we learn to ebb and flow with them. We will learn to appreciate each event or experience that we encounter in our lives, no matter how comfortable or uncomfortable that we may find them. So now let's talk about another law, friends. It's the law of vibration. And the law of vibration states that all things that exist in our universe, whether seen or unseen, when broken down into its purest and most basic form, is pure energy. All energy resonates and exists as a vibratory frequency. All matter, thoughts, and feelings has its own vibrational frequency. I've heard the question posed that if a tree falls in the woods and there's no one there to hear it, does it make a sound? And the answer to that question is of course not. It makes a vibratory wave frequency. The thoughts, feelings, and actions we choose to hold so dear also have their own rates of vibration. And these vibrations will move in and take up residence with whatever possesses identical frequency. In other words, your thoughts are inseparably connected to the rest of everything and everyone in the universe. Again, friends, the law of vibration states that like frequencies attract like frequencies. In other words, likes attract likes, and they say opposites attract. And this is not an accurate statement, friends. If you think about it, the people you're most drawn to or that are drawn to you share a common trait, a common interest, or in some way have something in common. This is exactly how the law works. Listen carefully. Each vibration is drawn to other vibrations that share a common thread, which means that positives are attracted to positives and negatives are attracted to negatives. Some examples are when attending a religious service or church or musical in a music hall, or simply reading a spiritual or other uplifting book. The response that's felt is the vibration of the body's cells synchronizing with the positive vibrations of what you just read, or what you just heard, or what you just seen or imagined. If you ever heard of that misery loves company, this is also the law of vibration in action, up close and personal. If you're just joining us, Welcome to Ebb and Flow. This is Traci'e, your visual aid that you may apply to the mind's eye for appearance sake. And we're discussing the human abilities within the context of what you don't know can hurt you, as we discuss also the law of vibrations. And continuing on, we can say that vibrations are everywhere, at the root of all things, even in the act of voice communication. As we discussed last week in our discussion on the power of words, as your mind dwells habitually on thoughts of certain frequency, they become embedded within the subconscious mind. They then become dominant vibratory vibrations within your words, and the words spoken vibrate and sends forth waves that vibrate another person's eardrums. The vibrations are decoded by the other person's ear into some kind of symbol or vision, leading to or causing that vibration in that other person, and so forth and so on. And that's how you're able to excite someone's imagination, or excite them, or speak life into someone, or speak death. Your vibrational energy, who in turn affects and are affected by everything in the universe in which we live, your pets, your environment, the people, and what seems to be space around you. I would like to reiterate that all matter, that means you, me, the computer that you might be looking at, your phone, the radio that you're listening to me on, all vibrate at a certain frequency. You can bring change to that frequency right now if it's too low. Your feelings at this present moment is dictating your vibrations. As we discussed in the last show, your feeling at this moment is attracting more of what you're presently feeling, and will eventually create a circumstance or experience in your life. Friends, if you're experiencing positive feelings right now, they're drawing positive circumstances towards you. And if you're feeling negative feelings right now, you're drawing negative circumstances towards you. So right now, you are in charge of your change. There's videos on, once again, there's other videos on YouTube that will educate you on the law of divine oneness and the law of vibrations, as we've already spoken. I like to give quotes from many different sources, but in Hosea 4:6 in the Bible it says, "My people are destroyed from lack of knowledge." So it's beneficial, friends, to know how to live our life in this universe. Being knowledgeable and aligning with laws will also allow you to live a life of harmony, balance, and fulfillment, as I always say. I'd like to parrot Dr. Robert Anthony when he says the universe is like a river, and the river just keeps on flowing. It doesn't care who you are, how happy or sad, good or bad. It just keeps flowing. And some people go down to the river and cry. Some people go down to the river and they're happy, but the river doesn't care. It just keeps flowing. We can use it and enjoy it, or we can jump in and drown. The river just keeps on flowing because it's impersonal. And so it is with the universe. The universe that we live in can support us or destroy us. It's our interpretation and use of the laws that determine the effects or results that we get. We can only receive what our minds are capable of accepting. Our consciousness, our ideas, our frame of reference, and our belief system determine whether we go to the river with a teaspoon, a cup, a bucket, or a barrel. If we're impoverished in our thinking, then we have gone to the river of life only with a teaspoon. We may curse what little we have in our teaspoon. We may curse others who have more than we do. But remember, whatever we curse will curse us, as negative attracts more negative. The river's there, and it's overflowing with abundance. And we can come to the river of life with a teaspoon, a bucket, or a barrel anytime we want to. What we take from the river of life is up to us. The only limitation is in our mind. As I always say, friends, if you can change your mind, then you can change your world. This is Traci'e, and thank you for listening to the Ebb and Flow Show. so that we might change and grow.